This is the Bay Area SportsWeekly.com NCAA baseball scoreboard update in review. The number 13th ranked Stanford Cardinal will play in its 9th NCAA Super Regional after defeating the 24th ranked Pepperdine Waves to capture the Stanford Regional Sunday night at Klein Field at Sunken Diamond. The Cardinal, who with the win improves their record to 41-16, will travel to Tallahasse, Florida to take on the national seed, third-ranked Florida State in next weekend's best-of-3 Super Regional for its chance at its 17th College World Series appearance. The game and times and dates will be announced on Monday. Pepperdine, the West Coast Conference champion, ends the 2012 campaign with a record of 36-23. Trailing 8-4, the Waves scored 3 more times on 4 consecutive hits against Stephen Piscotty in the 7th to close to 8-7. But Shali Bloom would come in to hold the Pepperdine scoreless over the final 2 2/3 innings to earn his first save of the year. Bloom allowed just 1 hit, walk 1, with a strikeout to preserve Piscotty's 5th win of the season. Piscotty gave up 7 runs. Only 4 were earned on 11 hits in 6 1/3 innings Sunday night. He helped his own cause by going 2 for 3 at the plate with an RBI and a run scored. Third baseman Alex Baldino drove in a game-high 4 runs, 3 of those coming off his 8th home run of the season in the 4th inning. First baseman Brian DeRiga reached base safely 4 times and walked twice and was hit by a pitch and a RBI double. For the second straight game, the Waves against the Waves, the Cardinals came back from an early 4-run deficit. Pepperdine scored 4 times with 2 away in the top of the first. Tony Cooper singled and singles by Austin Davidson, and after Davidson doubled with 1 out, Sam Meyer signaled to give the Waves 2 with 2 outs. Floyd given the second chance, dropped a foul pop-up double to right center to make it 3-0. Matt Forgage brought Given a home run with a base hit in the middle, completing a 4-run inning. Stanford pulled back in the bottom half of the first as Jake Stewart led off double, and with 2 batters later, Piscotty singled. 2 more Stanford runs came in the top of the third to cut the deficit to 1. Tyler Gaffney was hit by a pitch. Piscotty walked to open the frame, leading to Reguera's double to the plate. Gaffney 2 batters later, Piscotty scrambled home on Baldino's sacrifice fly. As Austin Wilson drove in Stewart, Gaffney with a single to put Stanford up 5-4. Then Brown offering into the trees, hitting a 3-run homer, making it 8-4. So and notes coming up, and also the all-mouth and starter Mark Appeal, who pitched a complete game on Friday night, giving up 1 earned run with 11 strikeouts, was named the Stanford Regional Most Outstanding Player. Making the all-tournament team, Eric Smith, Brian Reguera, Danny D. Kroger, Kenny D. Kroger, Jake Alvarez, Matt Forgage, Anthony Checky, Michigan State, Mark Appeal, Stanford, A.J. Viganes, Stanford, and John Mascott of Pepperdine. In the earlier game, Pepperdine overcame 4 errors and 5 unearned runs Sunday in the Stanford Regional against the WAC Conference champion Fresno State Bulldogs. In that earlier game, the Waves overcame a 5-0 deficit to beat the Bulldogs 8-5 as the Fresno State Bulldogs ended their season with a 31-28 record. Let's check out some other college baseball scores around the country, which is significant. Teams are trying to fight their way into a Super Regional, and we got some on the look at. Oklahoma against Army, 2-1 Oklahoma over Army. Georgia Tech over Charleston, 3-0. Samford over Mississippi State, 3-2. Clemson over Coastal Carolina. They eliminate Coastal Carolina 5-3. NC State stays alive. They beat UNC Wilmington 17-5. North Carolina won their first game over East Carolina 5-3. Texas TCU, they will now advance to the Super Regionals. They beat Texas A&M 10-2. Sam Houston State eliminates they end up eliminating the Rice Owls from Conference USA. The Rice Owls, who hosted the regional again this year, has been knocked out of the first round of the regionals for the second consecutive year. They lose to Sam Houston State 4-1. Stony Brook win the Coral Gables regional for the first time in years. They beat Maury State 10-7. Oregon State over Louisiana Monroe in the Baton Rouge regional 11-2. Austin Prairie over Cal State Fullerton 3-0. Virginia Appalachian State 6-5 Appalachian State. Baylor over ORU 5-2. Pepperdine with a dramatic come from behind victory 8-5 in the first game in the losers bracket. And then Kentucky eliminates the top seed Purdue Boilermakers in the Gary, Indiana regional 6-3. South Carolina defeats Clemson. They're on their way to the Super Regionals by a score of 4-3. Florida State, they're on their way. They'll be taking on Stanford Cardinal next weekend. That's going to be their Super Regional opponent in the Tallahasse regional 5-2 over Sanford. NC State over Vanderbilt 6-5. They're still alive. Florida, they defeat Georgia Tech 15-3. They'll be advancing. St. John's 9, an upset 9-5 over the national 6 seed North Carolina. St. John's, their first regional win since 1980. Arkansas 5, Sam Houston State 1. Stony Brook over UCF 12-5. Louisville over Missouri 11-3. Oregon advances to wins their first regional since 1954, 8-1 over Austin Prairie. Oklahoma defeats Virginia 5-4. LSU 6, Oregon State 5, TCU 5, Mississippi State 2, Kent State over Kentucky 3-2, Baylor over Dallas Baptist 9-2, UCLA 13, Creighton 5, Arizona 16, Louisville 3. As a reminder, NCAA Sports.com is your 24-hour news service, and it's also sponsored by Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is the official sponsor of NCAA Sports. Also, it's sponsored by AT&T, the exclusive wireless partner of the NCAA. And for the latest sports scores and news, please click to NCAA.com for all your college baseball tournament and College World Series news. Click to NCAA.com. And last but not least, for your 24-hour news service, sport breaking news and latest sports scores, please go to BayAreaSportsWeekly.com. That's BayAreaSportsWeekly.com, your 24-hour news service. For the Bay Area Sports Weekly NCAA College Baseball in Review, I'm Brian Professor B. Davis. BayAreaSportsWeekly.com is your 24-hour news service.